Hi guys, this is my advanced SEO tutorial for you to know how to step-by-step rank your business, rank your website on Google onto the first page. We're going to go through the exact process that you need to know. So, my name is Mo from Biscuit Digital and let's get started. Right, so now websites are a lot more difficult to rank, but there still hasn't ever been a better time to rank your websites on Google and get your business online. We've just went through this pandemic and we're still going through it, and hopefully we're not by the time you watch this video, but everything is going online, everything is going digital because the world can't stop. Sometimes there isn't the room for those physical locations anymore and everyone's evolving to provide their service online. That's exactly what we all need to do. So now that you know who I am, let's talk about how easy it used to be to rank with SEO. So back in 2008, 2009, or even before that, it was very easy to get the exact keywords for your domain name. So for example, if you were ranking a cake store or you've got a bakery that you're ranking, it would have been pretty easy to get your domain and rank for that exact keyword. However, now in 2020, it's a lot more difficult. I'm going to stop you there and I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing and it's going to really help out my channel. So if you're finding this helpful so far, then please like and subscribe. It costs nothing, as I said. Yeah, you've done it? Good, we can continue. So it's not as easy to do SEO in 2020, but let's look at what we can do. So the first thing that we want to make sure with our websites is the loading speed. We want to make sure that it loads the fastest that it possibly can, because everyone hates a slow loading website, and so does Google. And in our research, we found that Google doesn't really rank you higher if you've got a fast loading website. It just doesn't penalize you. Because according to Google, if your website is slow, then it isn't worth them ranking you in the first place. That's why you need to make sure to avoid that Google penalty, that your website is loading as fast as it possibly can. Now, one easy way to check this, and I want you to do this right now, go to Google PageSpeed Insights and type in your website's domain. You'll be able to check exactly how fast it loads, and Google will actually give you a score as well. It'll give you some issues if there are any. Don't worry if you do have those issues, they can be fixed. Get your web developer, programmer, whoever's working with your websites to fix those issues immediately. And hopefully your page speed should increase. There should be a mobile score and a desktop score. Make sure you optimize for both. So Google PageSpeed Insights is a good indicator, but you also want to use GT metrics. This is a little bit more advanced and it's a free website that you can go on and type your domain name in as well, and it will give you an actual indication as well of how well your website loads. So do those two things, find out how well your website is optimized for speed, and hopefully Google should not penalize you in terms of how fast your website is loading. Okay, so what you want to do after you've boosted your website speed is check for any technical errors in the coding of your website or just overall in your website. So how you're going to do this is you're going to go to Google Search Console. On Google Search Console, you should be able to see a section where it's telling you if you've got a robots.txt file, if you've got a sitemap uploaded. What I then want you to do is click Crawl Errors. Once you've clicked Crawl Errors, this is going to show you all the other more advanced issues that need to be fixed for your website. Don't worry if you don't get to 0 errors, but try and make these errors as minimal as possible. So if your website is running into issues, it might be to do with the coding, and maybe the coding isn't written in the most optimized form that it possibly could be. So as soon as you fix these issues, your website should load a lot faster. It might be something to do with the image formatting. And all these issues, they're small but can add up to make your website a lot slower. So therefore, get your web designer to fix all these issues and we should be all good to go. If you want to see how we fixed our website Comfy Grass's loading speed issues, then you can watch our video as well. It should be linked over here somewhere. In that video, we went through step by step exactly what we did to make our page speed increase from what it was at the start, being extremely low, to a good page speed at the end. There was various optimizations that we performed and they all helped to increase our page's speed, ultimately ranking it much higher on Google search engine. Okay, now that we've gotten a lot of the technical stuff out of the way, we can start looking at keyword research. This is absolutely fundamental when we're doing SEO. If you pick the wrong keywords, then you might not get the customers that you need. You want to make sure that people are getting to your website, but they're also the right people to be able to convert into customers from your website. Okay, so where do we start with our keyword research? I want you to choose one very specific service that you provide, whether it's baking a specific type of cake, whether it's selling a specific product. I want you to really focus in on that one keyword. With that one keyword, we can type that into Google and use Google Suggest. This is when we use Google search bar to see exactly what people are typing in after that specific keyword. This will give us an idea of what people are searching for, and it will help us optimize our keywords list for those exact searches. This is also a really good indication of what sort of content we might want to write as well, because it's exactly what people are searching for, and therefore we need to cater to those searches. The next thing that we can do is use Google's keyword planner. And a lot of these tools that I've been mentioning so far have been Google's own tools. And the reason why I'm doing that is so this video is accessible to anyone. Sometimes the tools that people mention are paid, and I will mention a few later on. However, but I always want to give you the methods of doing SEO for free as well. So we can use Google's keyword planner. If you go to their keyword planner, it's part of AdWords, I believe at the moment. And if you go into that tool, type in a specific keyword for that service again that we've mentioned before, it will give us a whole host of keywords that relate to that. It will give us a lot of information regarding those keywords as well. It will give us a search volume, it will give us the cost per click, and this is the information that we need to use to determine whether we are going to be using that keyword or not. Some key tips for when we're choosing keywords are that we need to make sure that those keywords can sort of group together as well. If we get some keywords that group together well and link to each other, then whenever we're optimizing for one, we'll also be optimizing for another. Whenever we're writing content for one, we can also make those other keywords that link to that primary one secondary keywords in that article. Right, the next way that we can find keywords is by looking at forums. If you go to forums and look at what people are looking for specifically with your product or service, then you can really start to look at the issues that people are having. Once you find these issues, then you can really target those keywords and those issues on Google, and then that way people that are coming to your websites are customers that have issues and want those issues solved. They're really easy to convert that way and will lead to your traffic and sales increasing exponentially. Right, once we've done that, we can do some competitor research. This is when you're going to look at your rival business in your local area, or even you could type in your business niche and see who's ranking first on Google. Once you see this, you can have a look at what they're doing, what keywords are they ranking for. Go to one of their articles that they're ranking, or go to the link that they're ranking for with the specific keyword that you've chosen. With that link, you will be able to see an article or a page, and through that copy, I want you to look at exactly what keywords they're optimizing for. How can you check for what keywords are being optimized? Look at the titles, look at the heading tags. What keywords are being mentioned again and again? They're not going to be dotted throughout in every single sentence. It's not 2007, 2008 where we could just dollop a whole of our keyword onto the page and expect Google to rank it. Google's a lot cleverer now. So this keyword that they're using to rank their website will have a lot of synonyms. It might be a key phrase where the words are in different orders, but definitely check the headings, check the first 100 words, check the subtitles, and this is essentially what keyword they're going to be targeting. You can also start to look at the alt tags as well on the pictures that they're using on their website. This will give us an excellent indication on what keywords are being used to optimize their website. So this next keyword planning tip is if your website is already ranking for quite a few keywords. If you go into Google Search Console, then you can go into your keyword analytics. Have a look at which keywords you're ranking for in positions 11 to about 25. These keywords you already have a strong presence on, and maybe if you optimize your on page a little bit more, build a few more backlinks, it'll be a lot easier to get them on that front page. So definitely focus on this. And lastly, the next keyword research method that I'm going to mention is a paid tool that we can use. It's my favorite tool, and it's what we use here at Biscuit Digital for all our clients. It's a tool called Ahrefs. This is an online program just like Google's Keyword Planner, but it is a lot more catered towards SEO. It can provide you with a ton of data, and we can type in our keyword into the Keyword Explorer. It will give us a difficulty, it will give us an estimation to about how many backlinks we need, what domain authority our website needs to be, and this can be really helpful in letting us know what keywords are going to be perfect for our business. It will also give you keyword suggestions. It will also give you keyword routes to the keywords that you've chosen. And this will really help you group together all those keywords. So now that you've got a solid keywords list, it's absolutely crucial that we build content to go with those keywords. Quick question, what's better, quantity or quality? It's the age-old question. Is it better to publish more content, or is it better to publish good quality content? So in 2020, as of now, for Google, it prefers if you're posting content less frequently but of better quality. Make sure the content that you are posting is phenomenal. It needs to attract Google, and then secondly, or firstly, it needs to attract your customer. These articles need to be laid out well. Try putting them in bullet points. Try not writing paragraphs in more than about 3 or 4 sentences. Make sure paragraphs are short, everything's bullet pointable, and everything is actionable. These are all steps to making your content amazing. Make sure you have pictures every about 15 to 20 lines, and moreover, make sure that if you can, film a video to go with that article. It's only going to help your customers understand what you're trying to prove, what you're trying to talk about, and even make them trust you a little bit more. So, writing the content is only half of the work. The more difficult stuff comes into when we're actually optimizing that content. We're going to start off with making sure our keyword is included in the H1 title tag. Once it's in that H1 title tag, we can then move on to the H2 tags. It needs to be included in at least one of the H2 tags as well, and you want to make sure that at least 3 of your subtitles, so the headings of 3 of your smaller paragraphs later on in your article, also have that keyword included. Be careful not to over-optimize for your keyword as well. It's important that we do include our keywords in our heading tags, our key phrases in our heading tags and titles, but be careful not to over-optimize. Try and maybe write synonyms or reorder the wording. It will really help in your optimization. Next, what you want to make sure is that you're using the correct URL for your page. Make sure that your keyword is in the URL and it's not longer than about 3 or 4 words after the /. So, you've written your article now. Is that all the work done? No, not at all. The most important part of this process now is to make sure that we've got the right content promotion and the correct backlinking. Now, what this process requires is other websites linking back to you and giving your website's votes to establish your website's authority. Now, a very good technique and a very efficient technique that we like to use is broken backlink building. So what this entails is that we go to websites that we want links from, and we have a look at the outbound links that they are already providing. And a lot of these links might be broken. By broken, we mean that the page that they link out to isn't working anymore. It isn't a live website page anymore. It happens. So the next step, once you've found these broken links, is that you want to contact the website owner, whoever's managing the website, that they've got a broken backlink there. What you're going to try and persuade them is that you've got an equally amazing piece of content that they can use instead of that broken link. And you will have that amazing content because you just followed my content plan, and once you have that amazing content, there shouldn't be a reason for them to say no. They're going to be thankful because you've done their work for them as well by finding errors within their website. So there shouldn't be a reason that you shouldn't get these links. Okay, so how can you find these websites that have these broken links? What I want you to do right now is go into Google, type in your keyword, plus, and then helpful resources. What this is going to do is it's going to bring up websites that are linking out to other websites, and they're going to have quite a few resources that they're linking out to. This is one way to find sites that have outbound links. The next thing I want you to do is type in your keyword plus in URL :links. Once you've got this, Google's going to find all these websites that have outbound links as well. Then what we need to do is we want to download a free Chrome extension called Check My Links. Use this to revisit those websites And once you have, it will show you exactly what links are live and which are broken. You can then use the process that I told you before and write the site owners or web developers an email to make them aware of this. And your email can go something like this. Right, so your email should start off with, hi, the name. I was looking for info around your niche. I came across your article on, and the effort into your site really shows. Give them that little piece of encouragement, show them that you really admire their work. I noticed one of your links are broken. I have a site in the same niche with an article that would be a great replacement. Keep up the good work, thanks, and then your name. Hopefully after doing that, you should get a very pleasant email getting returned to your inbox, and they should link back to you. If not, then try again. There's hundreds and thousands of sites out there that you can reach out to, and if you do this enough times, you'll get plenty of backlinks and your content will definitely show. But we always need to make sure that we're using that quality rather than the quantity. So the better links that you get from better high quality sites, the better your content is, the more shareable your content is, the better the content promotion is, the quicker your site will grow.